It's now time for the morning show on XL7-TV.
Welcome to the morning show on XL7-TV. I'm Bob Recton. Well, this is Scooter.
Whoop, whoop.
Scott Kelly.
Well, how was your day yesterday?
Just wonderful.
Just wonderful.
Wonderful.
I had a fun day. Pulling my and I'm blessed that it happened in my driveway. So I drive. We go to the store, do some shopping, come back, pull in my driveway, open up my door, and I could smell antifreeze.
Antifreeze.
I'm like, what the heck? And Amanda's like, look up front, and it is just.
In your white truck?
Yeah. And so, all my antifreeze flushed out, and so I let it finish and then backed it up and got underneath, and one of the hoses, the side of it blew out. So that was a lot of fun repairing last night.
At least it was a hose and not a hole in the radiator.
Yeah. Well, and the way it's kind of, all right, so it was the bottom hose. So you had to do it from underneath. And it goes from the radiator to some diaphragm where it splits off into all these little pipes. And then it's got a little turn that ties back into the engine. And that turn is what broke. So I took the turn off and took it up there. We can't buy just the turn. You got to buy the whole assembly with the diaphragm and everything as one. But we don't have it. We'll have to order it. I'm like, you're kidding. So we ended up finding a hose that had the same bend and everything, and I just cut it to fit. Put it up there and screwed it on. We made it.
So you were able to disconnect it from the diaphragm that had all the split-offs?
Yeah, it had clamps. We took it off just like a regular hose. Damn. Just
How
one
much
thing
was
after
said
another.
hose with all the extras, bells, and whistles?
60,
How much was the little piece?
25.
25.
But now you got to keep in mind almost $100 in antifreeze.
You know, and they always said it was Ford's better ideas.
It's just
Instead,
crazy.
it was a Chrysler thing.
Yeah.
Because that's still back when Chrysler had the Dodge.
Dodge.
trucks, right?
But we got it fixed, filled it up with $100 worth of antifreeze, and then tested it out, and then everything seems to be solid.
Do you use the straight antifreeze or do you use the blend?
It's the blend. Blend, and it's got to be a certain kind.
Yeah, because Dodge has got to be crazy.
Yeah. It's
Because the
oil.
metal in Dodge vehicles is different than the metal in
Yeah.
everyone else's, you know.
Yeah. It took a certain kind. It's orange in color. I don't know.
Yeah. In a bind and then in a pinch, if you're out in the middle of nowhere and all you can find is the other stuff, do you use it or not?
Yeah, I would.
Just
I mean,
add-
if worst comes to worst, put water in it.
I was going to say,
it's
just
gonna-
add water.
Yeah, add water. You can, before winter, you'll want to check it and make sure you got enough antifreeze in it. But through the summer right now, if you had to, you could just put water in it.
You got to have that $100 Dodge antifreeze because you know what? You just ain't antifreeze unless it's that special stuff.
I guess. I don't know what it is. All I know is it costs money.
It's always something. It's got to be $1.
But it could be worse. Could have been a water pump or something like that just get expensive. Those things get stupid and quick.
When you get in your electric truck?
I am not getting an electric truck. It ain't happening.
You're not getting an electric truck?
It ain't happening.
Your buddy Joe's not going to be happy with you.
I'm okay with that. Not going to happen. I can't do electric truck.
Yeah.
No.
Did you get any rain yesterday?
No, not that I noticed at all.
When I came home at about 4, Old Military, from the turnoff at 201 all the way to my house, the back roads and all, were soaking wet.
Really?
Yeah.
We didn't get anything.
It was crazy.
It's amazing how it'll hit just one area.
And it was just, you could tell it had been just a flash shower, but they were wet. The roads were completely wet.
Crazy.
Just nuts.
We used to have that in Oklahoma a lot. I remember growing up as a kid where they'd have the rain walls. And we used to, every time the rain come in, it'd hit the house, and you'd go out the front door and it's raining, you run out the back door and it's just completely dry. And then the wall will eventually cross over. But
Grammy with a rain shield saying, "Don't you rain in the backyard. Kids have got to go outside to play."
There you go.
It's time for the morning prayer, brought to you by Hospice of the Ozarks. 870-508-1771 is their number. Greg Wood and the staff do a great job with hospice care. Pick up your phone, give them a call, 870-508-1771. Now the morning prayer. Lord, just thank you for the day that you've given us. Thank you for the things that you do for us in our lives, Lord. We just thank you for the safety of those involved in the Iran conflict, Lord, that's going on. Lord, we just pray that you will be with our troops as they're over there fighting in conflicts overseas in different areas of the world. Lord, we just pray that you bring them back home soon and safely. Lord, we just thank you for what you do for us. Lord, we continue to pray for our leadership on the federal level, the state level, counties, city, the governments all across the nation. And it's in your name in which we pray. Amen.
Amen.
The morning prayer brought to you by Hospice of the Ozarks, 870-508-1771. We'll be back after a quick word from Bob and Linda Zadora, the Z Team of Century 21 Lee Mack Realty.
Hi, I'm Bob Zadora, the Z Team. I'd like to share something with you. Our team didn't need to reach everyone to be considered successful. We only needed the power of one. One person who was delighted with the way they were treated, helping them to reach their real estate goals. One person who told another person, who told another, and so on. So if you're ready to buy or sell real estate, the Z Team would like to be your one. Give us a call, 870-405-0793, Century 21 Lee Mack Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. It's time for lake levels, dam reports, and all the weather updates brought to you by Bob and Linda Zadora of the Z Team of Century 21 Lee Mack Realty. 870-405-0793 is their number. retiredarkansas.net is their website. If you go there, click on live views. This is what you see this morning. A little smoke on the water this morning, Scooter.
A little bit. I noticed it on the front windshield. You'd hit pockets and your front windshield would fog up, and you had to
Turn your air conditioner off.
Yeah.
You're too used to that air conditioning, Scooter. What you're looking at is the White River that separates Marion County, Arkansas from Baxter County, Arkansas. The city of Cotter is there straight ahead. The city park with the baseball field over to your left is the Rainbow Bridge. Behind that is the old trellis bridge for the railroad tracks. You can't see Contractor's Trust to the right-hand side, but I promise it's still there. Way off in the distance to the right is the city of Mountain Home. In front of that would be the city of Gassville. In the distance will be a state of Missouri, and over to your left will be the city of Bull Shoals. Can you go to the still shot?
The regular still one, that one?
Yeah, that one there. On a clear, sunshiny day, that's what you would see. As I said, Mountain Home is to your right. In front of that would be the city of Gassville. Missouri way off in the distance, straight ahead, city of Bull Shoals to your left. But it's the beautiful White River. This is what we call God's country. If you'd like to see what's available for sale in our area, pick up your computer, dial up retiredarkansas.net, go to MLS listings, see what's available there, then pick up your phone, call Bob and Linda Zadora at the Z Teams. Century 21 Lee Mack Realty, 870-405-0793. Going to run through some temperatures. Currently in Mountain Home is 75. Harrison is 73. Batesville 77. Yellville 75. Marshall 73. Salem and Mountain View both at 75. Calico Rock 77. West Plains, Missouri 75. Springfield, Missouri 79. Poplar Bluff, Missouri 77. And St. Louis is at 83 degrees.
83 starting 83. Out.
Whew. What a warm day. Currently on the radar, Arkansas is clear, along with a little shower popped up in Missouri around 8 o'clock this morning. Other than that, it's going to be a clear day. Oklahoma, for the most part, is clear, along with Kansas. Texas got a little bit of rain coming in through the Panhandle and coming in from the Gulf Coast around Houston. A little bit of rain in Lake Charles, Louisiana. But looks pretty clear for the most part in the central U.S. We'll zoom into Arkansas. Currently in Arkansas, from Bentonville to Blytheville, Fayetteville over to Jonesboro, Fort Smith over to Batesville, Conway, Little Rock, Hot Springs, Pine Bluff, Texarkana to Greenville, Mississippi, all clear. A little shower popping up around Memphis around noon. If you're traveling the great state of Arkansas, you got a good day to do it. Heat advisory going on all across half of Arkansas into Tennessee, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, all of Kentucky, Illinois, Indiana, and Ohio. 7-day forecast. High today is 91 with a slight chance of thunderstorms. Mostly clear tonight, low of 72. High of 91 tomorrow. The low of 71 tomorrow night, 91 again on Friday, a low of 72. High Saturday, 92 with a low of 72. And Sunday, high of 93. And guess what? Low of 72. Monday is going to be 92 with a low of 71. Tuesday is going to be a high of 88. Going to cool down with a little bit of rain on Tuesday of next week. Pollen and allergy today. There's going to be no tree pollen tomorrow, none, and Friday, none. Grass is very high today, tomorrow, and Friday, and no ragweed to speak of. Lake levels and dam reports. Lake Norfolk 576.44, which is 24.44 above full pool of 552. Currently generating 2 at this time. And Lake Bull Shoal 691.71, which is 32.71 above full pool of 659, and they are currently generating with 8. That's lake levels, dam reports, and all the updates brought to you by Bob and Linda Zadora, the Z-Team of Century 21 Lemac Realty. 870-405-0793 is their number. Retiredarkansas.net is their website. These are realtors you can recommend to your friends. They're busy, but never too busy to help you. Bob and Linda Zadora, the Z-Team. We'll be right back.
When the acres add up, so does the work. The Kubota LO2 Series is ready for it. Part of the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience, it features powerful, dependable Kubota diesel engines, performance-matched attachments, and the versatility to get the job done right.
For all your Kubota needs, visit Ozarks Farm and Lawn in Mountain Home.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. It's time for community news and happenings brought to you by Ozarks Farm and Lawn, the dealership that deals. 870-425-3434, Highway 62 Southwest at Buford Road. If you're looking for a new lawnmower, lawn tractor, zero-turn, commercial zero-turn, they've got them at Ozarks Farm and Lawn. Whoops, big old bug just tried to fly right into my face. Get out of here. If you're looking for a new hay tractor, the medium, big, small tractors, they've got Kubotas and New Hollands out there, hay equipment, round bales, square bales, tedders, rakes, they've got it all. New flatbed trailers that tilt bed, they've got those as well. Construction equipment and RTVs. Ozarks Farm and Lawn, they can help you with parts, sales, and service. Go by and see them. Red, White, and Blue Festival starts on Friday.
It does.
You had them on yesterday. Had a good talk.
Yeah. I actually brought their site up. If you want to click on it, it's the last window there. Kind of gives you a little easier schedule to read. But yeah, they've got stuff starting from the 27th on.
Be the rodeo at the Saddle Club Arena. It's starting at 7:30. Pre-show at 7:30. The actual rodeo begins at 8. And then early start on Saturday morning, 7 o'clock. The Red, White, and Blue 5K race. Registration at 6:30. Race starts at 7. A disc golf tournament starting at 10. The parade downtown. The lineup starts at 9. The parade starts at 10. Car show will be at 10 o'clock as well. The judging will be at noon. Kids zone, the bounce houses, and etc. will be open from 12 noon to 8 o'clock. And the vendors will be there from noon to 10. From noon to 10. From 7 to 9:30 be live entertainment. Heath Jones and Stoney LaRue at 7 and 8. And then at 6 o'clock there'll be a cornhole tournament. And then again, the rodeo will be at 7:30 with the actual rodeo starting at 8. And then the Red, White, and Blue Fireworks Festival will be at 9 o'clock.
I will tell you, anybody that's at the rodeo, they do stop the rodeo for the fireworks, so you won't miss it if you want to be at the rodeo watching that.
There you go. It'll be a fun time had at the I think this is the 25th annual.
Yeah, and last year they switched it to one day, and it seemed to work out better than being a 2-day event. So that's what they're staying with this today, other than the rodeo part. Yeah.
Paul Bunyan breakfast on Saturday, June the 28th from 7:30 to 10:30 at St. Peter the Fisherman Catholic Church at 249 Dyer Street. All you care to eat: scrambled eggs, biscuits, gravy, pancakes, sausage links, coffee, and juice, all brought to your table on china with silverware. That's $9 for adults, $4 for children under 12. Kids under 5 eat free. Takeout orders are available. For more information, you can go to kofc.org. Knights of Columbus do a great job with their pancake breakfast. Go by and support that, please. Let's see what else we got here. There is another pancake breakfast at the American Legion Hut from 7:30 to 11. Pancakes, sausage, biscuits, gravy, coffee, and orange juice. $10 for adults, $5 for kids 5 through 12. Kids under 5 eat free. If you show up in your law enforcement officer, EMTs in uniform will eat for free. World War II, Korean War veterans and military in uniform will eat free as well. So all kinds of pancake breakfast going on in conjunction with the Red, White, and Blue Festival. They're hoping that a lot of folks will be out for that. Military Service Sisters will be meeting July the 25th at Chin's Garden at 12 o'clock noon. There is a new play going on at Twin Lakes Playhouse. Go to twinlakesplayhouse.org or call them at 870-424-0444. It's $15 per person. All kinds of information on that. I believe it will be playing August the 8th through the 24th. And let's see here. The Fly Fisher, North Arkansas Fly Fishers Tie-In and Swap Meet will be Saturday, July the 19th from 9 to 3 at the Food Bank of North Central Arkansas. We'll be talking about more. Did you ever find somebody to come on and talk about that?
They're lining it up to see what day work out for them.
That'll work out just peachy keen. Okay, is there anything on this community news board we want to talk about? Nothing too exciting. We're just going to leave it right there, Scooter.
Sounds
Community
good.
News and Happenings brought to you by Ozarks Farm and Lawn, the dealership that deals. 870-425-3434. Highway 62 Southwest at Buford Road. You can't miss it. They got all kinds of stuff out there. We'll be back after a moment with Sarah Edwards from the Baxter Health Foundation, right?
Yep.
There we go. Be back in just a moment.
Your senior healthcare specialist is VACO Insurance in Mountain Home. Retired law enforcement and disabled veteran owner Frank VACO and staff can help you with all your insurance needs. VACO Insurance provides coverage for most carriers in the area, such as Medicare, Affordable Care Act, individual, or any other health or life insurance options. With over 13 years experience and agents in multiple areas and locations throughout northern Arkansas and southern Missouri, VACO Insurance is the right choice to handle all your insurance needs. That's VACO Insurance, located in Mountain Home.
For all things glass, contact the professionals at Clear Results Glass in Mountain Home. Whether you're needing a rock chip repair or a full windshield replacement, Clear Results Glass can take care of all of your automotive glass needs with fast turnarounds at competitive prices. They service business and residential customers and can custom cut any glass or provide you with the right fit for your home windows, sliding doors, commercial glass, or even a frameless shower enclosure. Contact Clear Results Glass today for a quote or to schedule your next glass project. That's Clear Results Glass, located in Mountain Home.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detail services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care in Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
At Hospice of the Ozarks, our purpose is you, not just your illness. We offer a compassionate plan of care that respects your dignity and honors your wishes with countless services and groundbreaking programs. We are committed to improving the quality of life for both you and your family. We provide care and support in the comfort of wherever you call home, but we also have the area's only hospice house when needed. As the only local not-for-profit hospice, we will never turn away a patient regardless of their ability to pay. Learn more at hospiceoftheozarks.org.
Oh, honey, we've had such a wonderful vacation here in the Ozarks. I really hate to go home.
I know. The lakes, the rivers, they've all been great for fishing. Oh, and the boating and the swimming.
And the people are so nice in the stores and restaurants.
Let's call an agent and see if we can make Mountain Home our new home.
Call the Z-Team, 870-405-0793. Century 21 Lemac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East Mountain Home.
870-405-0793. Hello, Z-Team?
When you're out of town.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. My guest this morning is Sarah Edwards, Baxter Health Foundation. How are you this morning?
Good, I'm doing well. Thank you so much.
Executive Director of the Baxter Health Foundation.
Yes.
Got to get that title in there, you know.
Yes.
Off camera, we're just sitting here talking about who you are and who you're married to and all the family relations. And who of my family you might know. It sounds like you know most of them.
Yes, I know. We've really say that we're from this community. My husband and I grew up around here after my dad retired from the military, but retired here, and I got to graduate high school from here. So yeah, we've got lots of family in the area.
Lots of family in the area. So Baxter Regional Medical Center and Baxter Health, which is what it's called now.
Yes.
That's nothing new to you.
No, it's definitely been a part of our family for a long time. Our firstborn, we were actually in Northwest Arkansas where she was born, but our second child was even born here. So, yep, right here in this hospital.
How long have you been involved with the hospital?
This September, I will celebrate 10 years at Baxter Health, actually.
And you started doing what?
Physician recruitment.
Physician recruitment.
And then moved on to business development, and then I moved into the foundation in 2021. So
you must enjoy it.
I do. I love what I get to do. I really say we really have the best job in the hospital, whether other people think they might too, but my team gets to do amazing things and meet with amazing people that are so generous in our community and see how people can give back and how it really impacts the lives of so many people here in our community by what we can add to the hospital, services or equipment or remodels. So it's a cup filler.
Let's talk about what you started doing. Your first job at the hospital was?
Recruitment.
Again, with the recruitment. How many physicians would you say that you helped or assisted to bring into our area?
Oh, goodness.
In that position?
I've never looked at the whole number. It would be, on average, it was about 10 a year back then. So, I'd say upwards of 30, possibly more physicians for the 3.5 years that I did that. So,
what is the drive for a doctor to come here? What is the draw? How would you entice them to be part of Baxter Health? It's
an incredible community that we really just need people to come here and see it, and then it sells itself. Whenever physicians would reach out and be interested in the working opportunity, once we got them here on site and they could see that they could not only work in an incredible hospital with all of the resources and a very comprehensive one considering we're a rural area, then when they got here and they saw, oh my goodness, I can buy land and I can have a lake view or be on the river in 15 minutes, all of these things that you can't get.
I can be a farmer and a doctor too.
Exactly, in 5 minutes time and not an hour long commute that you would have in a larger city,
To get 10 miles.
Exactly, and so there are a lot of great things once we could get them to come here, because if you Google Mountain Home, you might not go, oh wow, they might not have a comprehensive hospital, but once they got here, they were like, wow, you have everything that I can do to practice medicine, but then also have a wonderful livelihood here.
With the laid back environment.
That's right, and raising a family in a wonderful community. So it was a good selling point.
So you moved on from recruitment to what position was next?
Business development.
Okay.
Yep, and then I continued to work with...
What does that mean though?
It really was, I really had the opportunity to continue to work with physicians, but work on growing the larger area that you see now. Whenever I first came into development, we had just a few sprinkling of clinics in our surrounding counties, and we were really working on growing that to build our footprint out there.
So you weren't out looking for sick people?
No. I was out visiting providers out in what we call our secondary market and making sure that any physicians or nurse practitioners out there knew what specialists we had in our community so that if they had patients that were in need of care, they would know what services we provided, because really we serve a very large area, people, up to an hour away from us. So that's what I got to do. I got to mix and mingle with folks all around in the back then 11 counties, now 12 counties that we served, and making sure that they knew what Baxter Health was doing, who our new physicians were, what new services and surgeries or procedures were available so that they could refer to our system.
So the footprint of Baxter Health has grown immensely over the last 5-10 years.
Yes.
We've gone from just being the local county-run operated hospital here from back in the 70s to what it is today. The expansion of the footprint, you say, has gone from just Baxter County. What area does Baxter Health reach to now?
We do. We have a very large footprint that encompasses about 230,000 people, looking at a population size. And we are obviously in 2 states, Arkansas and Missouri, with a couple of those counties in Missouri that we serve or have clinics in. But we do have 9 counties here in Arkansas that we consider, part of our service area, Baxter and Marion County being our primary service area where a lot of our patients, reside in. But we have, like you said, grown tremendously over the last couple of years, and we've got clinics in many different counties surrounding us so that we can ensure that we're meeting patients where they are, so that they don't always have to travel to Mountain Home to receive great quality care. They can see primary care providers, and sometimes we even have specialists that travel out to those secondary market areas to see patients. Like I said, meeting our patients where they are so that they're not always traveling to us. So
bring the healthcare to them.
That's right. Yep. Accessible.
Being accessible.
Correct.
And having a good number of physicians that will fill the gaps.
Yes.
The purpose of that footprint enlarging, was it because there was a lack of health care in those areas, or were the people that were already there looking for a bigger support system?
I'd say it could be a combination of both. There were already providers in a lot of those areas, but like I said, just the accessibility, ensuring that patients could receive access to health care in a closer proximity to home. So that was a lot of what we looked at, looking at the communities where our patients resided in, where we had a large population of people already traveling to Mountain Home. Could we help that community by having a provider there where they wouldn't have to come to every appointment in Mountain Home, So
how many physicians does Baxter Health have currently? Do you know?
Oh goodness, I'm going to get this wrong. Tobias is going to be mad at me for not knowing this right off the top of my head anymore.
He didn't warn you with this
No,
question.
I didn't.
I sent him a list of questions.
I thought we were talking about just the foundation, but I love talking about the hospital.
See, I just sent him a list of questions. I said, no, make sure she gets all these. That's really not true because I don't supply
I will
questions to
say,
anyone.
I'm going to get this wrong, but I want to say we're about at 120 and maybe even upwards of that whenever you include nurse practitioners as well, which are also providers in our system.
Okay.
Yep.
How many in the hospital? Do you have any idea?
Off the top of my head, I do not. I don't have that number exactly because a lot of our doctors have clinics where they see patients in the clinic, and then whether they're coming to the hospital to perform a surgery on that patient.
Sure, they have hospital rights.
Exactly, they have privileges in the hospital to do that. So from actually in the hospital perspective, it's probably a smaller number just because a lot of people, like I said, physicians have clinics and then they bring their patients in to receive services. So.
But however, Baxter Health is probably one of the largest employers in Baxter County.
We are that. We have over 2,200 employees in the Baxter Health system.
And growing every day.
It's a wonderful place to work. I really and truly feel like we not only treat our patients like family, but our employees. And I sure have felt that for the almost 10 years that I've been there. So
no regrets.
None at all. Best decision. I've said it before to our friends and family. Best decision my husband and I ever made was coming back home.
What did you do before the hospital?
I worked at a company called Ivy and Associates, and I was on site at Sam's Club. So I was actually in the Walmart world, if you will, but I worked on site for 6 years on the Sam's Club account doing marketing. And
your husband, we might as well just give him a plug. What does he do?
He is a park ranger. He is the chief ranger over North Fork and Bull Shoals Lakes. So, yep, he's been almost 20 years with the Corps. So,
wow. Amazing.
Yep.
Amazing. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break. You're watching the morning show on XL7-TV. Sarah Edwards from Baxter Health Foundation. We'll actually come back and talk about the foundation here in just a minute.
Sounds good.
You're watching the morning show on XL7-TV. We'll be right back.
Make sure your pet is with someone who will love them as much as you do. At 201 Pet Salon and Resort, your pet is cared for just as it would be at home. 201 Pet Salon and Resort is the only all-suite, climate-controlled, and air-filtered boarding facility in the area, with private and spacious rooms to keep your pet relaxed. And with over 3/4 of an acre of fenced play area, your pet will receive the proper exercise they deserve. Your best friend is in good hands at 201 Pet Salon and Resort in Mountain Home.
Providing caring, compassionate services at an affordable price is our goal at Connor Family Funeral Home. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that treats our friends and neighbors just like family, with a wide range of services and options to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area. Connor Family addresses all the details with no hidden fees, so you can rest assured that you are treated like family for a more personalized and worry-free service. That's Connor Family Funeral Home, where compassion and affordability meet, located in Mountain Home.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
It's a liquid.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. Sarah Edwards is my host this morning. My guest this morning from Baxter Health Foundation. She is the executive director. Who you took this position? Whose place did you take?
Yes, so Barney Larry was the executive director for 22 years of the foundation. So
was he like the first one?
No, actually, there was one before him, and then whenever he took it on, like I said, he was in the position for 22 years. So the majority, though, of the existence of the foundation for sure. And then he added me to the team in 2021, and I got to work under him for a couple of years, learning everything, doing major gifts, working on our capital campaigns back then, and then whenever he retired, I took over in the position in 2023. So.
What is the purpose of the Baxter Health Foundation?
I say that it is really and truly, and we believe from a foundation perspective and the foundation board perspective, that we are there to help our hospital remain independent in the best way that we can by providing funding for whether it's items or remodels or equipment. The foundation has the ability, because of the generosity of our community, to step in when funding arises that is not, let's say, built into the budget. As you know, all of us, even in our personal lives, can have a budget and things go awry. You need to purchase something that wasn't really part of the plan for the year. Although we do plan every single year what we do want to help and how to help the hospital, things happen. And that's where the foundation gets to step in and fill that gap. Because as you can imagine, just like in everyday life, the medical world is no different. Everything's very expensive. So if something happens with a piece of equipment, it might be a $500,000 piece of equipment that unexpectedly went down. And if we don't have the ability to get that up and running or purchase a new one to replace it, that might affect access or patient care. And so having the ability, through the generosity of our community, helps us help our hospital provide all of its services, give high quality care by investing not only in what we currently have, but in the future as well, taking our hospital to the next step, which, if you really want to think about it, helps us also recruit physicians, helps us also gain the trust of our community members to become patients if we are not just keeping the status quo, but investing in the future, new procedures, new types of surgeries, physicians with a higher training or fellowship trained that maybe we didn't currently have here, that if we bring them here, our patients now won't have to travel to Little Rock to receive that procedure. It really is an all-encompassing, I believe, uplift for the hospital by providing dollars.
What are some of the major projects over the years that the foundation has either funded or helped fund to get them done and completed here?
There have been a plethora, for sure. I mean, every year we really work very closely with the hospital to see what the needs might be, so that we can then, look at how we can raise those dollars within the community. But over the years, some of the things that might stand out to some of the people listening to are helping provide the first mobile mammography unit in the United States. That's huge, coming from a rural place like Mountain Home, and that's because of donors. That is why it happened. Baxter Health saw a need to provide a higher level of care and, again, provide access to people that might not be right here in Mountain Home by putting a mobile unit together, and so that was the first in the nation.
Is that still being used today? It
is. It currently has a monthly schedule. You can find that on our website of where we call it an MMU, the mobile mammography unit, where it will be. They have, they set up in businesses' parking lots, or sometimes at the schools. We have a schedule where that gets to go out into the communities or into the counties that we serve, and people can be seen there for their mammograms.
What is that website?
BaxterRegional.org. Is the website, and you can find our schedule there for the MMU. Some of the other things that we have invested in are any large remodel over the years. So whether that was many years ago into revitalizing and remodeling the labor and delivery unit, with the nursery being updated, to more recent things like the 5 South, which is our surgical services floor, remodeling that was a $1.7 million remodel that we did in 2021. The foundation gave all of that, raised all of that, and gave that to the hospital. And then even if it's not as large as something like a whole entire remodel, it is every year definitely us helping by adding equipment. So also in more recent years, we were able to purchase ambulances. We've done that multiple times over and over again. Ambulances have a lot of runs annually, where they put a lot of miles. And obviously, like I said too, we service a very broad area, so being able to help our ambulance service by providing ambulances. Also, we've purchased new ultrasound machines in more recent years. $425,000 was raised in the community about 2 years ago to purchase some new ultrasound machines for our radiology department. So whether big or small, those that I just mentioned were rather large, investments that we came to the community with the ask. But there are also smaller things that we need help with, and we see those things come up as well. So let's say somebody had a need or a want to give a $5,000 donation. This last year, we were able to purchase a mobile lift, which will help our nurses and our staff lift patients, out of the bed to get them up and walking out of the bed without hurting their backs and everything. So there are needs, small and great, So I really love to tell the story, though, too, that people don't have to think that these have to be a $10,000 gift. Every dollar helps. Mm-hmm. There are needs, like I said, great and small, or whether it's even something like a new washer and dryer for our acute rehab unit, which patients stay an extended amount of time up there while they're rehabbing after some, either major surgeries or procedures. And it's us being able to purchase the new washer and dryer for that unit because there's one out. A $3,000 purchase for both. So large and small needs all throughout the hospital. But the foundation, I would say, has been a big part of some part of those needs over the many years that they've been around to help the hospital.
Is there Are there some big projects going on right now at the hospital?
Yes, our biggest project for the year. I'm so excited to be able to be here and talk about it. It is our Heartbeat of Hope capital campaign, and it is to help us expand our heart and vascular services. And we kicked it off publicly in February. So back in February, if you'll recall, we had a ribbon cutting for our newly remodeled ER, and that too was an investment that the foundation was able to make into the hospital. We provided right over $1 million for that remodel. And at the end of that ribbon cutting, we were able to announce that we were kicking off this heart and vascular capital campaign. And it is the foundation's largest capital campaign project. Our goal is to raise $2 million. And what that $2 million will allow us to do is, once we raise that money, the hospital is currently working on adding an additional cath lab. So if you can imagine, lots of physicians use this cath lab for many, many different procedures. For the most part, the one that the public knows the most is for stents or caths. So we did right over 6,000 caths last year alone. So it is a very needed procedure room. And also last year we added multiple physicians that utilize this. So that is our big campaign this year to raise $2 million. We have the goal is $2 million, and we also have a date by October 1st.
Oh, my.
Yes, yes. But again, I cannot say enough how much in awe I am every single year that I've been blessed to work for the foundation, with how much the community provides their generous hearts to the needs of the hospital. And so we are right under $1.8 million raised so far. We are almost at 1.8, and so that leaves right over $200,000 left for us to raise by October 1st. So we are out visiting with people in the community, businesses in the community. We would love your support, because this, like I said, is a room that is used by so many physicians, whether it be a vascular surgeon, a interventional cardiologist use this room, interventional radiologists use this room. There are lots of procedures, whether it's stents or pacemakers or angiograms or, like I said, left and right heart caths. So lots of procedures, lots of people's lives saved. So if you think about anyone who's had a heart attack in our community or the surrounding communities, the cath lab is where they go to receive their care.
Is this going to be used to rebuild a new facility or just remodel the facility that's there?
Remodel a current location that is right up
so
there.
So it'll still be in the building?
Correct. So we currently have 2 cath labs right now, and this addition will allow us to have a 3rd cath lab. So like I said, and that's because of the growth in the number of patients and procedures we've done, because of the number of physicians that can do those procedures. Mm-hmm. And so whenever you add, you need more room so that we can see the amount of patients in a more efficient, timely manner. So, yeah.
So just revamping some more space.
Correct. Utilizing some space. If you are a patient and you have been in the medical arts building, you will know that because this remodel is currently underway, we moved our pre-surgical testing up to the 3rd floor of the medical arts building, because the space that the pre-surgical testing area was previously in earlier this year is now where the remodel is currently happening for the cath lab. So this is an additional cath lab, but utilizing current space.
Always busy.
Always busy. So we have a great deal of work to do still. $200,000 is still a lot of money to raise, and I say that we have a deadline because we have the most incredible opportunity. I'd say one of the best things that has come along from a grant perspective in a long time is that we applied for and received the Maybe Family Foundation's Challenge Grant last year whenever we wrote them about this cath lab expansion and this opportunity. And they have awarded it to us, but there's a but, which is why we need your help and the community support to help us get there so that we can ensure we provide this care to our patients, is we must raise our $2 million goal by October 1st. And when we raise that $2 million goal, that will then help us turn back in our application where they will review it. And at that point of reaching that $2 million goal, they will provide a $500,000 check back to us. So we will then not only be providing the hospital the $2 million that we said we were going to raise from the generosity of the community, but also the $500,000 from the Maybe Family Foundation. So that will allow us to provide $2.5 million back to the hospital.
So it's a 25% matching grant.
Yes. So we are really excited about that. So we are working hard to raise that last right over $200,000 this summer. It'll be a busy summer trying to get there.
3 months to go.
I know. So that's why I was really excited whenever I had the opportunity to come on here, just so I can help share the word. We hope people know about it in the community. You know, we announced it in February. We've had social media plugs. We've had lots of amazing videos, whether it be from a physician that provides services in that area to patients whose lives have been saved in a cath lab here, to donors that have already given to this capital campaign and why they gave. So there's been a lot of press out there, we hope, but I loved the opportunity to come here and speak even more about it, because in case someone hasn't heard about it or know how they can actually really and truly impact the life and truly save the lives of people in this community just by giving a blessing that you may have in your life. It is something that is very wonderful. Like I said, the best part of my job is seeing the generosity of people and how amazing that not only makes us feel from a foundation perspective, but helps them feel good about what they're doing with the blessings that they've received.
$70,000 a month for the next 3 months. That'll get you there.
Yeah, there's pressure, but it's good. It's good.
Good pressure, right?
It is, and like I said, we know ultimately once we reach our goal, it really and truly is not only impacting lives, it's saving lives. Because if we don't have cath labs here, if we don't have physicians here to perform those types of things, and you have a heart attack, if we don't have those services here, you're in an ambulance for hours to get to the next closest location that has those services or procedure rooms.
It's time for a quick break. You're watching The Morning Show on XL7-TV. We'll be right back.
Closeout at Sleep Mart. All 2024 Flex Steel recliners now 50 to 70% off retail. Plus, Sleep Mart will pay the tax on all non-clearance sale items. Hurry to Sleep Mart for the liquidation closeout today at 701 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home.
Even on the most perfect day, the unexpected can happen. But with just one call to their local Red Ribbon expert at Overhead Door, they can get their garage door fixed or replaced in a jiffy.
Call Overhead Door Company of North Arkansas today in Mountain Home. Experience the best in Mexican dining. Letty's in Gassville. Voted numerous times as the best Mexican restaurant in the Twin Lakes area. Come out for delicious breakfast served all day. Or enjoy an authentic Mexican lunch or dinner. $1.49 tacos on Thursday. 10% discount for seniors every day. No time? Call Letty's and have your to-go order waiting for you. And don't forget, Letty's also provides catering for small parties, weddings, holidays, or big events. The best Mexican restaurant in the Twin Lakes area. Letty's in Gassville.
Well, folks, have you been trout fishing before?
Not since I was a little kid.
You'll do fine.
Hey, what are you doing?
Aren't you coming along?
See you downriver.
How do you start this motor? I've never been in a boat before.
See you downriver.
Well, folks, have you sold a house before?
Yeah, about 30 years ago.
Yeah. Oh, well, you'll be okay then.
You sure?
Where are you going?
See you at the closing.
Hey!
At the closing.
We should call the Z-Team.
When the acres add up, so does the work. The Kubota LO2 series is ready for it. Part of the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience, it features powerful, dependable Kubota diesel engines. performance-matched attachments, and the versatility to get the job done right.
For all your Kubota needs, visit Ozarks Farm and Lawn in Mountain Home.
If you're looking for something wonderful and delicious, then head on over to Paradise Cream for a homemade ice cream experience. With over 20 flavors to choose from, like German chocolate cake or sea salt caramel, it's always homemade and delicious. Paradise Cream has something for everyone and also carries dairy-free and vegan ice cream options. So whether you like it in a cup or in one of their homemade waffle cones, you're in for a wonderful dessert experience. Located at 1525 North Main Street in Harrison, right across from Pizza Hut and Castle Rental, or in Mountain Home next to Ramada Inn, because you're on your way to paradise.
Sleep Mart's liquidation closeout is on. All 2024 mattresses are 50 to 70% off retail, and we're paying the sales tax on all non-clearance sale items. Hurry to Sleep Mart at 701 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home for the liquidation closeout today. Your senior health.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. Sarah Edwards, the Executive Director of the Baxter Health Foundation, is with me this morning. We're talking about a new campaign they've got going on. Actually, not so new. It's coming to an end in 3 months.
Yes.
And you've got a big goal set, and it needs to be met.
We do. So I wanted to visit about the Heartbeat of Hope, and if you haven't heard about it, there's lots of information online on our website, baxterregional.org/foundation, and there you can find all of the information that I spoke about this morning and more. Access to some of those videos that I mentioned as well, so you can learn not only just from what you've heard today, but also straight from the mouths of the physicians and the providers that provide care, what they do in those rooms. Mm-hmm. So there's lots of good information there on our website. Again, Heartbeat of Hope, and the opportunity right there online to donate to the campaign. Or our favorite way too is to call or visit in person with our donors, because then we really get to hear the story of maybe why somebody wants to give, how this hospital has impacted their life, the why behind their gift. That's our favorite part of the job, because it's really, as I mentioned earlier, a cup filler. Whether it was your grandpa who had a heart attack and came by ambulance to our cath lab and was fixed and back at home, in a day or two later, those are the stories we love to hear. People giving because they've been impacted somehow by the services provided.
Personal connection.
Yep. So call our office, donate online, or I'd love to have a cup of coffee with you and visit with you about why you want to be a part of something like this.
Are you only interested in the big donors, or would you take $100 from
right
now little Johnny running his lemonade stand?
Absolutely. And we've received every imaginable dollar amount that you can imagine. And online, just so that there's no fear there, and that we're not always asking for $1,000, $5,000. You have the opportunity, exactly like you said, to click on the $100 donate. Every dollar matters, and we have a limited amount of time to get there. So I really and truly would hope people in our community consider giving a gift to be a part of this.
I can't imagine anybody at the foundation turning away little Sarah that brought in her piggy bank that had $72.38, turning them away and saying, nope, can't take that.
You're exactly right. We will gladly and very happily and with a big thank you accept any gift for this campaign.
What about fundraisers? What kind of fundraisers do y'all do throughout the year?
I'm glad you asked. We do a lot of different fundraisers, and this year is no different. We've got some really exciting things coming up, the first of which on July 1st, we have the amazing opportunity, thanks to our auxiliary, which, if you haven't heard about them in a long time, is our way to get plugged in and volunteer. We call them our Yellow Army. Those are all of our volunteers at the hospital. They have provided an opportunity for the foundation to receive a $5,000 matching gift for our Heroes with Halos program. So our Heroes with Halos program is anytime you or a loved one have received any kind of care or been treated in a way that you just feel is above and beyond. It's called our Heroes with Halos program, whether that be a housekeeper that came into your room as a patient that sat and visited with you or spoke with you while they cleaned your room, or a nurse that just went above and beyond and maybe held the hand of your loved one or prayed with them during a stressful time, or even a food services person that delivered your meal tray and just provided a smile that you needed that day. Those are ways that you can say thank you to the staff at Baxter Health. And so for the month of July, any donation. If it's a $5 donation for Heroes with Halos, it'll get doubled to a $10 donation. If it's a $50 donation, it will get doubled to $100 thanks to our auxiliary. So any donations for Heroes with Halos from July 1st to July 31st will be matched up until we reach the $5,000
And it will
mark.
be used just for that.
It will be used for any of the services that we provide for or are programming through the foundation. So it goes into what we call our annual fund. So it just helps any programs that we're working on, whether that's at the community support houses or a need that arises in a department that might be a smaller need. Obviously, it would be $10,000 and under. But yeah, it just gives us the opportunity to help where the help needs to be given at the greatest time of need. So.
Do you have any fundraisers earmarked just for this cath lab?
No, it is just it's the campaign itself. It's all of the staff visiting with community members. It's the more one-on-one individualized donations, or businesses, if businesses want to become a part of this as well. We've had some join this campaign as well. So there's not a per se fundraiser for the campaign. That's its own thing right now. So,
but you have another fundraiser coming up.
We do. We have some very exciting news. It is going to be a brand new fundraiser, and we are excited to kick off. It's going to be called the Baxter Health Foundation Bass Classic. It is going to be a fishing tournament, but the twist is that it's going to be a wonderful and fun 2-day event. So Friday, November 7th, y'all are the first to hear about this. We haven't even put it out there yet. But November 7th, Friday evening, it will be at the Baxter County Fairgrounds. We will have a banquet night. So the Bass Classic Banquet will be November 7th. It will be dinner, drinks, live band, silent auction, and raffle items. And more to come on that. We're working on making this one of our biggest fundraising events ever. So join us. Think about joining us once we get tickets for sale out there, or even consider sponsorships. Our team is actually out there right now working on sponsorships for this event. And then we'll turn around the very next morning, Saturday, November 8th, and we will have a fishing tournament. So we are really excited about that. So please consider either being a sponsor or coming out to the banquet and having a fun night, dinner and music, or fishing. Consider fishing Saturday morning.
Which lake will it be on?
It will be on Norfolk, and it'll be at Panther Bay there at the Core Park. So that's where the put-in will be. So we're working on all of the final details for that, but we are currently and already receiving sponsorships for that. So you can also call our office or go online to reach out to us. It's 870-508-1770 is the main line to the foundation, and anyone on our staff can talk to you about the Bass Classic sponsorship availability. And we are really excited. Our goal for that fundraiser is $100,000. So we're excited.
You've mentioned your team several times. How big is this team?
Yes, I have the best team. So we have Cindy Costa. She is a gift officer. She's been with the foundation for 22 years, I believe. So she's a fantastic and big asset to our team. She, for the most part, runs all of what we call our annual gifts, which a lot of times fall under those fundraiser type of things. The Heroes with Halos program, any kind of fundraising events for the community support houses, which is what this Bass Classic tournament will be helping to support. She also does our employee fund drive, which we had an incredible and record-breaking year this year with our employees giving back over $208,000 themselves, which I think speaks volumes to the culture of our hospital. But she runs all of those type of fundraisers. And then I have Trisha Terry. She also is a gift officer, and she has just recently moved into what we consider our major gifts, which capital campaigns fall under. So those larger campaigns that require a lot of hands-on work to raise those larger dollar amounts. So Trisha Terry has been with us in August, will be 2 years. So we're really excited. She's doing a fantastic job, definitely working on the capital campaign with me, as well as working with our Legacy Society. So that is where if you have left Baxter Health Foundation in your estate planning, will, trust, beneficiary of any life insurance, IRA, anything like that, and you notify us, you get to be a part of this Legacy Society. And we have fun and we treat you to a big thank you now because your gift will come at a later time. And Tricia runs that and heads that up as well. So that's a wonderful group to be involved with. And then she's also over our Women in Philanthropy, which is also a great group of women that give back through their generosity to different programs they get to vote on every year.
We need to go ahead and get some phone numbers out there real quick because we're down to about 10 seconds.
Okay. All right. 870-508-1770 is the foundation main office line.
And that website again?
baxterregional.org/foundation.
Thank you very much for joining us this morning. Best of luck reaching your goals.
Thank you so much.
You've been watching The Morning Show on XL7-TV. We'll see you tomorrow.